Hi everyone, it is Beth with Flying by the Seat of My Plants, and I just wanted to bring you back really quick, do an update on the carrots. I planted the carrots, I believe it was like August 3rd. It is now August 18th, I think, 17th or the 18th, and they actually sprouted about a week afterwards. I just did a video on planting carrots, and I did have the cardboard on there. And so I kept the seeds moist, and then once I, would check on the carrots and seeing they were sprouting, I removed the cardboard. And I'm going to take you over there in a little bit and show you how they're doing. And in the meantime, a couple weeks ago I did start some cabbage, and I did in the little seed starting cells. And I also did some Brussels sprouts, and I also did some more golden zucchini, and I did Market More 76, and I also did a baked alpha cucumber. Cucumbers take 50 to 70 days to harvest, so I did start these a couple weeks ago, and I'll show you these. So I am in Northeast Ohio. I should have plenty of time to harvest some cucumbers. I did take out the other cucumbers that were in my raised beds by the arches. They were done. So anyhow, I ripped all those out, and I did buy some mushroom compost. I want to amend the soil really good again and plant these in there. And I took out, I think I have one zucchini plant that is still producing, so I left that in there. Oh, and I did, well, the zucchini, and then I do have the scalloped squash, which I'm still getting a couple on there. Most of the eggplant was done. There's still a couple plants in there with eggplant, and the tomatoes are still producing, just waiting for them to turn ripe. Pumpkins are turning orange. And lots of cherry tomatoes still going on, and peppers. I'm still waiting on the Sugar Rush peach. They do take a while to turn peach. That's when you should pick them. And I have the jalapenos I gotta pick. Hungarian yellow wax I gotta pick yet. And trying to think what else. Hungarian yellow wax. Oh, and there's some poblano peppers. I still got to pick those. And it's just been a busy couple of weeks. And I just had another birthday, so I turned 64. And I had some family and friends over the other day, and just had a blast with them. My mom was here, and my stepdad, and she's in her 80s, so she had a really good time. And we had fun. It was raining on and off all day, so we actually were out there in the rain picking cherry tomatoes, and I loved it. Just having fun in the rain. But I still have a lot of flowers going on. I lost a couple of flower baskets. We had a storm here in Northeast Ohio, I don't know, a little over a week ago, and it was pretty bad. We had like 4 tornadoes in the area. And all that rain kind of oversaturated a couple of the baskets, and like 3 of them I lost. I have corn in the back that kind of got blown around, but I did get 2 ears off of it so far, and I got to check for more, but it was delicious. And but anyhow, so that's what I'll be doing, is amending soil. I want to get for the fall garden. I will be putting in the cabbage, Brussels sprouts, radishes. I still got to put my beets in. Got to get those beds prepared for that. And celery, I'll be cutting that and freezing some of it for soups for this winter. And I got like 5 or 6 gallon bags of tomatoes in the freezer, because I want to wait until I have a nice amount so I could do some canning. And other than that, I mean, it's been tomato sandwiches. different casseroles I've made. I made with the eggplant baba ganoush, and that was really good. And that's the first time I ever tried that. And just the name in itself, it's like I better make this because it sounded like it was a lot of fun and it was totally delicious. And I got a couple more eggplants coming in, but the zinnias are doing great. Sunflowers are still blooming. And anyhow, that's what's going on in my garden. And, you know, getting ready for fall planting. And so I hope you guys are doing some fall planting this year. And, you know, just look at the back of the package, see what is frost hardy. Brussels sprouts are, the cabbages, and then, you know, count to where, like, I am planting more cucumbers, but you can harvest in 50 to 70 days. So I got time for those. And a couple I will put in some pots so I can move it into my greenhouse if the weather does happen to change too soon. But they're saying our first frost is going to be around October 31st, give or take a few days. Hopefully it's going to be more in November. We have had nice Novembers in Ohio, Northeast Ohio, so really praying that that happens. Right now, the weather's been cool and raining on and off all weekend. Today's Monday, and still had some rain. But then it's warming up, back up into the 80s again, so plenty of time for some more growing. And so I'm going to go ahead and take you around and show you what's going on. But here are the beans. These are all growing. I don't have it. Oh, I do have some beans here. So these are delicious fresh. But I got dragon tongue, I got green bush beans, and I also have purple beans in here. So I'm going to take you over to carrots. And here's all the carrots. And I planted these, I believe it was August 3rd. And today is August 18th, I think. But these did sprout in about 7 days. And when they started sprouting, I removed the cardboard. And they've been doing fabulous. This section over here, I don't have a lot of germination. But I am going to be going through here and thinning it out, you know, where I need to, so they have room to grow. And here I have these sweet dumplings that are doing great. And I still have the peppers, lots of peppers I got to pick. Okay, so this bed, I went ahead and cleaned, pulled a lot of the zucchini. I had golden zucchini in here. There was 1, 2, I think 3 plants in here. I did get some off of the plant that was over here, but the ones that were over here, I didn't get anything. So anyhow, I pulled those. And here I have these pots. I'm going to refresh, empty that out, or refresh the soil, and then put the bait alpha in these pots so I can move them, if I have to, into the greenhouse. And I got a lot of cherry tomatoes in there I got to pick. Plenty of other tomatoes, just they're still green, still ripening up, on top of what I've already put in the freezer. I think I put 5-gallon freeze bags already into the freezer. And these cucumbers are still producing. And then all the beautiful flowers. So over here I had the triple crop tomato, and I did pull the last couple of green ones. They got to a nice size, but they were done, so I pulled those. And over here I had all the cucumbers, so this is where I'm going to plant more of the cucumbers, Market More 76. And I still have a bunch of cherry tomatoes. We were out here the other day, actually in the rain. It was fun. Had some friends and family over and just had a really good time. And picking, it rained on and off all day. So I don't know, it was just a fun day. So here I had some more cucumbers and pulled all those out because they were done. Here is the pumpkin. It's still alive. I mean, these leaves, I mean, I can actually cut them off, but they're not hurting anything. There's the pumpkins up there. I only got 2 pumpkins. I had more, but a couple of them did not get pollinated. So they did not produce the pumpkin. The flowers are doing great. There's a sleeping bee in there. I'm sure he'll wake up. I don't think he's not gone. I think he's just sleeping. And then I have a lot of the honey nut squash, and there is a lot in there. So, and then I have the okra, so I got to start picking some of those, and just a lot of tomatoes. It's been raining on and off, and just been busy the last couple weeks, so I got to get in here and weed. But the majority of the growing, well, there's still a lot more to grow here. The zinnias are doing great. I picked a zucchini off of here. I have another one growing down there, so this is staying. And if another one starts, the plant will stay until it's done producing. And then I have all these cherry tomatoes yet. And the Kajari melon, so I found old stockings, so that's Kajari melon. I have another one here, another one down there. Not a whole lot, but I went ahead and put this on there because when it does ripen, it will just drop. So I did not want it to crack, so I did put that stocking on there. And I'll do the same for these when they get larger. But anyhow, tomatoes in there, and yes, I got a weed. And sunflowers, some just opened up, some are almost done. I have a mammoth one up there. I don't know, he is probably at least, he's over 6 foot. And I think he's going to start blooming here pretty soon. And my corn, we had a bad storm here in northeast Ohio, and so it kind of knocked everything around. I did get 2 good ears out of that so far, so I got to keep checking it. I don't know. That storm we had here kind of did a number on the corn. And more cherry tomatoes. And I just love how they grow up the trellis. I support them, and then I weave them a little bit in the beginning, and then they kind of, you know, do their thing. Got another scallop squash in there. I think that's the last one. Oh, no, there's another one, so this will stay until it's done producing. And so that's it on this part of the garden. Here I have eggplant in here, so there's another one down there. I made baba ganoush the other day. It's totally delicious. Here's the Sugar Rush peach, one of them. I got several of them. So I want to look up recipes for hot sauce, and I'm thinking of making a peach, Sugar Rush peach and peach jelly. And then the zinnias are all absolutely gorgeous. Here's my zinnia. I got to harvest, or not zinnia, stevia. I got to harvest all this. I want to harvest some of the flat leaf parsley and preserve that. Celery, I will be chopping this all down pretty soon. And preserving a lot. I will be freezing for soups later on this winter. And here is milkweed. But it definitely matured. I should have cut it back. I think that would have helped bring in some of the caterpillars. And it's still looking beautiful though. And my pots, they ended up dying, a lot of them. I still got a couple good ones, but with all the rain that we got from that one storm, it killed them. So, and here is a wonderful thing right here, the butterflies love. That is the Mexican sunflower. And the bee busy right there. Here are these beautiful zinnias. And that's about it. I have some basil over here I want to preserve. So anyhow, I will be planting these. I'll bring you along when I do that. But I wanted to touch base with you guys because I know I think it's been about 2 weeks. And everything is still beautiful. I mean, the bees are all happy, the birds are happy. I get the hummingbirds, a lot of different, birds and bees and wonderful things like that, and butterflies. Okay, so that's about it. Thanks for joining me, and I will keep you up to date on the fall garden. I got to plant some lettuce yet. I want to plant some spinach, of course the beets, and then get all of these that I started into the garden. The cabbage, Brussels sprouts, and I think that, and the radishes. I want to start some radishes. And now the lettuce I'm going to start in 6 packs like this, because I like to get the heads. So once they sprout and everything, I will thin them out, and then I'll put them in whatever raised bed I'm going to put them in, but individually, so that they will form nice heads. I love the romaine lettuce, different lettuces like that. I like the crunch. So anyhow, all right, I guess that's it, and just want to say thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully it won't be as long in between to the next video. And so anyhow, that's it, and thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. All right, talk to you later. Bye. Almost forgot to show you. This is what my sister made me. I love it. That's on a cement paver, and that was done with a napkin. And then here is the other one she did for me. So, absolutely adorable. And, all right, so that's it, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. All right, bye.